You asked about keeping brands relevant. I think we've lost the ability as brand marketers and as companies to really hear what customers are saying. I'm not saying listening, right? I'm not saying about like, well, we've looked at the product reviews and, we've looked at, what our BPO, our business process outsourcer, who's actually answering the phone calls on behalf of consumer affairs. We've listened to some of those calls. Everything is okay. Like we're doing well. Like we're addressing the issues. We're issuing coupons. We're taking in, product concerns. And then I ask, okay, are you doing that at scale? The answer is typically no. We listen to 2% of our calls, 5% of our calls. Or I'll ask, how are you using the language that your consumers are using in order to then talk back to them? And the answer is, well, how are we supposed to do that? And I think the answer really is with generative AI and with large language models. And I'm not saying Google models alone. I'm saying just try with any model, right? So for example, I'll be speaking at a conference in April. And one of the demonstrations that I want to give in order to kind of get people thinking about brand voice is about, figuring out a way to get closer to the consumer voice in brand voice messages and brand associations. So for example, I am a SodaStream customer, which is a company owned by PepsiCo now. I make my own soda, my own sparkling water at home. And there's reasons why I do that. And there's reasons why I say I do it. And there's other reasons that I don't necessarily understand why I do it. But the reason why I say I do it is because I don't want to have to go to the grocery store and I'm trying to save the planet. And the reasons why I don't know why I'm doing it, I can't tell you because I don't know. However, you can definitely infer from language that people use, right? There's a fantastic book called Mind State for Marketing by Will Leach, which actually helps you classify with language very specific states that a customer or a consumer is speaking to you and how you could use that information to then talk back to them in a safe way. So there's a very, very large opportunity for retailers, CPGs, banks, whoever it is, who has the ability to structure that conversational data. When I say conversational data, I'm talking about call recordings, chats, reviews, both digital and voice, where they can look at the language that consumers are using, okay, and have them understand, are we connecting with these consumers with our advertising, with our brand voice, with our campaigns in general, both in organic and paid media as examples. How can we learn at scale instead of listening to 2% of those calls? How can I listen to 100%? And this is what this technology is allowing us to do. So that's my challenge to the community at large here, is to start becoming much more familiar with how to scale your hearing abilities for your customers and consumers via your contact centers in order to then use that information to really reach and connect your brands and your products with those said consumers.